So, one of my favorite feelings in life is having the postman deliver anything, but mainly a pair of sneakers. So this video, I guess you can say, is indirectly sponsored by eBay Canada, eBay sneakers, all that jazz. A few of the guys from the Toronto sneaker community and myself, we do a sneaker podcast where we talk about how people got into sneakers and fun stories that come with the hobby. The podcast is called the In Kicks We Trust podcast, and I'll leave the link at the bottom here so you guys can go check it out on your free time. Now, with that being said, eBay has been a great partner, sending us to SneakerCon, along with goodies such as sneaker cleaner from Crep and a few gift cards to use on the platform. Now, after receiving my last gift card, I decided to go back and get a sneaker I wasn't able to get the first time around, and not even the second time around. Now, let's get into the shoe alone. The shoe I am talking about is the Adidas Yeezy 350 V1 Turtle Dove. When these first came out, they cost an arm and a leg, and I decided the colorway I would grab would be the Moon Rocks. I believe I spent $1,000 or $2,000 on them at release date. I mean, this is the first time in sneaker history that sneakers really started going for $1,000, other than like the Galaxy Foamposites and the Nike Adidas, the Yeezys. So it was a pretty unique time. Man, back in 2015, the sneaker game was a different and exciting, and at that time it's just very nostalgic to me. It's also the time I decided to leave Canada and move to China. I mean, I'm back in Canada now, but I will be going back one day. Over the time, I picked up the Pirate Blacks while over in China, and I never expected Adidas to re-release the V1s as they moved on to V2s and did a ton of colorways. So back to this year's release. Let's have a look. So first, I'm just going to show you the shoe box. So here we go. Nice quick pick. Got that 350 on the top. On the back, made by Adidas, Yeezy 350. Now soon, this Yeezy will be gone. It probably will just say supply. As you know, Kanye is no longer with Adidas. And a lot of people have controversial with Kanye's stuff now, but we'll get into that later. With this being said, this was the last official Yeezy, I'm sure, that dropped. So kind of a historic piece in sneaker history, at least for Adidas history or Yeezy history. Made by Adidas. You can see there, I went 10.5. Now remember, the annoying thing is when the Pirate Blacks dropped, they only dropped in full sizes. So when the Moon Rocks came out, and I'm a true to size 10.5, I was like, yes! Finally, they did half sizes, and that's why I went for that one first. Even though all black, the Pirate Blacks was my favorite, the Moon Rocks still grew on me with that grayish colorway, and to this day is probably my favorite. So now that this shoe released on Yeezy Day, and at that time I was on vacation in Barbados. But that didn't even matter because I used a VPN and tried to, win some raffles. But even with that, Toronto Canadians, we got nothing on the Yeezy Day app. It was just pretty much for Americans. I was really frustrated. So the first time around, it was almost impossible to get. Second time around was impossible to get. But I mean, at least nowadays there's platforms that you can buy on the secondary market. And I kind of trust eBay more than the other ones, just because it's a multi-billion-dollar business. They don't rely on the sale of sneakers to make their money, but it's just a bonus. Where a lot of these other platforms, the only way they're paying their employees or making their buck at the end of the day is, the shoes. So passing something that's a big amount of money that's iffy, I don't know. You guys think about where the money is. Anyway, so I was angry and decided to save up a bit. And when Yeezy split, that's the most annoying thing. These were sitting around 500 to 600 Canadian. Then when Yeezy split with Adidas, these things shot up to around from 500 to 800 brand new. And I was like, I hate breaking an arm and a leg. The holiday season's coming up, but I really want to get these. However, Kanye then went and made some statements. I'm just going to skip over. I'm not going to mention them here because we don't want to get canceled. We don't want to get this taken away. But yeah, he made some comments, which then all of a sudden, the great thing about eBay is a lot of pre-owned pairs started popping up. So comments, pre-owned pairs, and you'll eventually see how it is. So a lot of people go, oh, a pre-owned, eBay pre-owned, that's gross. But there's a lot of people that buy sneakers for one occasion. They take a picture, they go out for dinner, and then they want their money back, or they just don't want it, or they see, they value the money more than the actual cost of sneakers. So a lot of these people that try it once and can't sell it as, dead stock or never new, never worn on any of the other sites, Adidas accepts these, or not Adidas, sorry, eBay accepts these, and they also offer, you know, on a legit check. Now, there's controversy when people say, you know, they're legit check or whatever, but you know, no one's perfect, but I think eBay is close to it. You know, I have some good friends at eBay Canada that do some of that, so shout out to them. Anyways, used pairs started coming on the market, and a lot of these used pairs look like they've been worn once, inside or brand new. So for me, instead of paying $800, I spent more around $450, $500 in total for this, plus a coupon. So at the end of the day, these shoes were basically free for me. I would have had to pay out of, you know, a bit more if I wanted brand new, but hey, I'm good, and you'll see why. Now these pre-owned pairs look like they only been worn a couple of times, I said. The price began to drop down, and I decided it was the right time to buy these, so I loaded up that coupon onto ebay.ca, bought it, and now let's have a look at how these shoes look. So here we go. So once again, I showed you the box, $350, Yeezy all the way around, the front, 10.5, and it opens from the back. You got that little pull. Now, I haven't even got a chance to throw these on and go for a walk because I just wanted to show you how cool it comes with. So here's the first shoe. Okay, you see eBay left that little tag on there. This is how you know. I would like to do an art piece maybe with one day. These are pretty cool at SneakerCon. They add things like, guess how many of these were in a trunk, win a shoe. Let's try to bring some more light on here. Light this up a bit. Okay. And that is for the thumbnail. Okay, so let's have a look at the other shoe then. I guess since that has the eBay tag, we're going to throw the laces. Now the laces came like this, twisted together. I tried them on already, just to, you know, feel the amazing feel of the boost. Let's get into it. So the Yeezy 350 V1, it's been around for a long time. You guys have probably seen it. It has this little interesting pattern outsole that kind of gives it, to me, like a Star Wars feeling, a futuristic feeling. And then you get this super soft upper. Structurally wise, it's not as supportive or structurally sound as I'd say the Yeezy V2, but the shape of this and the history behind it, I just love it so much more. These are like, oh, it holds a dear place in my heart. You got that nice soft suede there, has Yeezy right there. If they re-release these, maybe these won't say Yeezy, maybe these will say Supply. You got that bottom there. Remember back in the day, people said you used to count this how much to see if it's fake because there's little divots on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. People would count that and say, oh, it's fake or not. It was back in the day, crazy times. Got that piece of boost on the heel there. Over time, this will wear down. And as you can see, this is pre-owned. Not a speck of dirt. Now there is a little bit of paint chipping. You see right there? But at the end of the day, that's going to be on the ground. I'm wearing these. Would you spend an extra $300 to just not have this minimal paint chipping right here? I don't think that's worth $300. I can buy Angelus paint and cover that up. You got that heel tab at the back there. It's almost like the Roots colorway. You know, that gray and red. Any Canadians out there know Roots? No, I wouldn't do a full Roots outfit with these. That's a little tacky, but yeah. Now, I think these look a lot better on feet just because the meshing doesn't really, you know, hold its form. Let's get both together. I'm not going to go to great depths with these. If you want to see a full review, this is more of just to show you what I was able to pick up recently, what I personally wanted to go back and pick up, and just something that I love in history. And hopefully you guys can go on ebay.ca, ebay.com, or eBay, wherever you are in the world, and find some pre-owned pairs and save yourself some money too. Yeah, I get so hyped about certain sneakers. Yes, I mainly love performance sneakers. Don't get me wrong, I love my athletics. You see a lot of my stuff is Under Armour. It's performance based for running. But sometimes you want a running shoe just for your everyday kickers, your grocery store shopping, or going to see your wife or, you know, girl or whatever, you know. To me, these, classic. Anyways, I've been going on too much about this. You've seen every angle probably already. You already know this shoe. Let's go throw it on feet and see how they look. Alright, so here's a quick look at the Yeezy Turtled Up 350 V1. Now, as sizing goes, I say go true to size. Unless maybe you have a really wide foot and need more space in this area, I say go true to size. I'm 10.5, I'm 10.5 in everything. Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. Some Nike I will go up to 11 because the sizing runs big. But hey, I think you just need to wear this a little bit, tie it correctly so your foot's locked into the back, and kind of wear in the insole a bit because you know it is boost. It needs to kind of mold to your foot. Man, I love this. I can't wait to walk in this. Do all types of things. What do you guys think? Aesthetically pleasing? Too many 360s. There we go. Okay, so that's one last time for these Yeezys. I'm so happy. I want to take the tissue paper out of the shoebox and just like wipe these tears of happiness away. I'm so glad I got these in my collection, guys. You know, this year coming up, I don't know what I'm going to look for. I'm not too impressed by the Jordan lineups. I may need those playoff 8s, but other than that, I'm looking at Air Maxes, whatever Adidas is going to do with the Yeezy brand, and probably some Nike SBs. I think that's what it is. Now, guys, I want you to comment below and tell me, are there any sneakers you got at the end of the year, around Christmas time or whatnot, things you went back to? What's the newest sneaker you got at the beginning of 2023? Or is there a grail or a sneaker that you've been meaning to get in the past 5 years? You'll eventually go back, circle around, and get it. I know some sneakers that people love nowadays are costing 1 to 5K, but hey, my friends, they've fixed that niche and they cop. Do you cop, or maybe you're buying a house or some cars instead? I don't know. I'm rambling on, guys. I love sneakers too much. Till next time, take it easy. Oh yeah, comment below, like, subscribe, whatever. Take it easy.